Story time. Story time. I wish I had something to set you guys. Here, let me try it. Good morning, guys. It's really nice out weather-wise. The air is like cool. It's sunny. I like it. I like it. Heading to work. Almost there. Just got this little bit. Looks like Cisco's dropping off our delivery right now. We always get ginormous deliveries twice a week. We wish they would deliver more than twice a week, but twice a week is all we get. So yeah, heading to work. Gonna be another busy day, and I say that because it's not supposed to rain, and the weather is amazing. When that happens, it's always crazy. I mean, it's crazy when it rains too. It's just extra crazy on these days. But yeah. Good morning, guys. See you at work, maybe. If not, then I'll just see you at home. Because sometimes I'm way too busy to film at work. Usually most times. But good morning, guys. So today was interesting. Very interesting. I'll tell you about it when we get home. We ended up having to close early again. I'm smiling, but it's not funny. I'll just explain to you. Explain it all when I get home. We're about... Who did that? This was left on the counter. That's cute. Huh. Wonder where that came from. Okay, anyways, I'll talk to you guys at the house. Alright. Story time. Story time. I wish I had something to set you guys. Here, let me try it. Maybe position this on a pillow. With horrible backlighting. Oh, that's bad. That's not good. Okay, maybe I'll just because it's gonna take a second to explain. This morning, Nick was breaking down boxes with a knife, like we tend to do. I know, not very safe. He stabbed himself in the leg. It was a long, thin knife, so it went like this far into his leg, right into his muscle, and his upper leg, the muscly. So he stabbed himself in the leg. The slit was only like this small, but it was a really thin knife. So I was just like, dude, we need to drive you to Durango to go to urgent care. You need to get stitches or something. It didn't need a stitch. It was such a small thing, but I was like, you need to clean it. And he's like, no, I'll clean it. I'm like, dude, no. And then I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna see later how, what happens. Or, sorry, I just punched you guys. Or if it starts to get infected at all in any way, we're going to get you figured out. And he's like, okay. So we had an incredibly busy lunch. I had a line for like 3 hours, from 11 to 3. And then Nick falls to the ground, almost passing out, but he catches himself in the kitchen while he's cooking. And I'm like, dude, then I carry him over to the chair. There's a chair. I carry him to a chair, set him down. I'm like, are you okay? What's going on? And he said his whole body, he felt like he was going to pass out, and his arms and legs were really, really tingly. It's never happened before. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, Zoe, go close the restaurant. We still had a ton of people in line, so we closed the restaurant. I finished getting people's orders there. We cooked through the line, and then I was like, dude, we have to go to Durango. See? You're really, something's going on. We don't know what's going on. We need to figure it out. Durango's a 45-minute drive. He didn't want to go. I was like, all right, well, let's at least go to the clinic. There is a clinic here in Silverton. They're only open on Thursdays. Today just so happens to be Thursday. So I was like, dude, let's go to the clinic, see what they say. So we go there. The lady checks him out, looks at everything. She's like, well, the cut in your leg, if you've cleaned it, it should be okay, because the cut wasn't that big. But she checked his blood pressure, and it was ridiculously high. And she's like, you should probably drive to Durango and go to urgent care so they can check you out. Because the clinic here, they can't do that much. They can see if you need to go to the hospital, and then they will either take you to the hospital in Durango or you drive there yourself. So, ended up being that he had high blood pressure. And the combination of his high blood pressure and the agitation of him stabbing himself in his muscle in the morning, his body didn't know what to do between the high blood pressure and the pain in his leg. And he said it didn't hurt that bad, but he still stabbed himself in the leg, and his body was trying to figure out what to. I don't know. I really don't. I can't explain it in like a. I'm not a doctor. So yeah, they actually glued his leg together because, like I said, it didn't need a stitch. They just kind of cleaned it again, glued it together, made sure it was fine, and then they gave him some his blood pressure medication, and then they had us buy a blood pressure like tester so he can make sure his blood pressure is okay. So the combination of those things that happened today is why he almost passed out, and his arms and legs were tingly. His heart got super out of control. They said that if it got any worse, he could have had a heart attack. So it's good we went to Durango. We think we got it under control now with his medication and his tester. He's got to test himself 3 times a day. And yeah, so that was the day. That's how it went. And the crazy part of all of this is we opened at 11. We had a line until 3 when this happened. We still had a busy day. Even closing 4 hours early, we still had a good day. So that's crazy. But I'm in bed, clearly. I want to go to sleep. It's been a really long day in a different way. More mentally exhausting than physically. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow.